Hello students, welcome to Ant's classes. Let's do linear equations in one variable, exercise 14b. Page number 176. Question 14. A man's age is 3 times that of his son, and in 12 years he will be twice as old as his son would be. What are their present ages? So let's look at the first part. A man's age is 3 times that of his son. So we don't know the age of the son, but the father's age is 3 times that. So let's say, let the son's present age be x. So this age, the age of this son is x. And the man's age or the father's age is 3 times this. So the father's age will be 3 times, it says here, 3 times that of his son. And the son is x, that means 3 times means 3x. So this is the father's age. Then they're saying in 12 years, who's this? The father. The father will be twice as old as his son would be in 12 years. So let's start now. Son's present age is x. So in 12 years, he will be 12 more than x, isn't it? So x plus 12. In 12 years, this is what he's going to be. And then the father's age or the man's age is 3x. So in 12 years, he will be 3x plus 12. Okay, so the son's age after 12 years is x plus 12. The father's age after 12 years is 3x plus 12. But here what are they saying? In 12 years, the father will be twice as old as his son. So it's going to be equal. The father will be. That means this is an equation. That means the father is going to be twice as old as his son. So the father's age is 3x plus 12 and the son's age is x plus 12. But the father is going to be twice as old as the son, means 2 times the son's age. So now we just have to simplify this and find the value of x. So let's say 3x plus 12 is equal to, now open your brackets, we have to multiply 2 into x and then 2 into 12. So 2x plus 24. Now let's solve for x. Let's bring all the x terms to one side. So here we have 3x. Bring the other x here, so it becomes minus 2x. Then here we have 24. Take 12 to the other side, it becomes minus 12. So here what do we have? 3x minus 2x is x and 24 minus 12 is 12. So now that we have found the value of x, we can substitute it here to find the son's present age and the father's present age. So the son's age is x, that means we already found the son's age. He is 12 years old. So here the son's age is 12. So he is 12 years and the father is 3 into x. That means 3 into 12. 3 12s are 36. So now the father's age also we have found. So he is 36 years old and his son is 12 years old. Let's write that. The son's age is 12 and the father's age or the man's age is 36. This is their present age. Question 15. A man is 42 years old and his son is 12 years old. In how many years will the age of the son be half the age of the man at that time? Okay, so let's begin by saying a man's age. This is given to us. His age is 42. So he is 42 years. And they've given his son's age also. The son's age is 12 years. So he is 12 years. Now here we are asked to find in how many years. So we don't know the years. So let's consider the years to be x. So here they are saying in how many years will means it's going to be equal. The age of the son be half will be half the age of the man. So let the years be x. That means after x years, we don't know after how many years. So we've said the years is going to be x. So after x years, the man's age, now the man's age is 42. After x years, it will be 42 plus x. Okay, so let's write that. After x years, the man's age is going to be 42 plus x. Now this x can be any number of years. Suppose this is 5 years, then we'll say after 5 years, the man's age will be 42 plus 5. If this is 10, we'll say 42 plus 10. So we don't know what this x is. So we're just going to say 42 plus x. This is the man's age. Then what about the son's age? The son's age is 12. After X years, it's going to be 12 plus X. Okay, now let's go back to the question. In how many years will the age of the son be half the age of the man? That means both are equal. So 42 plus x is equal to 12 plus x. But here it says the son's age, this is the son's age, is going to be half the age of the man. So this is the age of the man. Half of this, half means 1 by 2, or you divide this by 2. So now half of this man's age will be the son's age after this many years. So now we're going to solve for x and find the value of x. So here 42 plus x, we're going to leave it as it is. 42 plus x, we're going to transpose this 2 to the other side. It will become multiplication. 2 into 12 plus x. Now simplify this. 42 plus x is equal to 2 into 12 is 24 plus 2x. So now let's simplify this further. So here what do we have? We'll bring all the x terms to one side. So x, bring the other x, it becomes minus 2x. And this side we have 24. Take the 42 to the other side, it becomes minus 42. So now let's continue here. X minus 2x is minus x. So minus x is equal to 24 minus 42 is minus 18. So we can cancel the minus signs. So now we know x is equal to 18. So we have found the first part, that is x is equal to 18. Now let's substitute it and find out. So x is what we said? We said x is the number of years. So that is what we've been asked to find. After how many years will this happen? And we have found the number of years to be 18. Now let's check this with the question. So after 18 years, the man's age is 42 plus x, that is 42 plus 18. 42 plus 18, that means he becomes 60 years old after 18 years. Now let's see the son's age. The son is 12 plus x. So 12 plus 18, which is 30. 30 years. Now let's check with the question whether this is correct. They're asking in how many years will the age of the son be half the age of the man. So the son's here age is 30. His father's is 60. So son is half that of the father. And this happens after how many years? After 18 years. So that is our answer. Question 16. A man completed a trip of 136 kilometers in 8 hours. Some parts of the trip was covered at 15 kilometers per hour. So when you see this kilometers per hour, you know we are talking about the speed. And here they're saying some parts of the trip was covered at this speed and the remaining was covered at this speed, that is 18 kilometers per hour. Now here we are asked to find the part of the trip covered at 18 kilometers per hour. That means the distance covered at 18 kilometers per hour. We have the total distance given to us, and that is 136 kilometers. So let's consider this to be the total distance, and this was covered, the distance covered here is 136 kilometers. And we are also told that the time taken for the whole thing to cover this whole distance is 8 hours. To cover this whole distance is 8 hours. Now here they're saying some parts of the trip was covered at 15 kilometers per hour. So let's consider this green portion here. This green portion to be some parts of the trip. So this was covered at this speed. That means the speed here was 15 kilometers per hour. And here they're saying the remaining was covered at 18 kilometers per hour. The speed has increased. So that is the remaining portion here. So this one is the remaining portion, and that was covered at 18 kilometers per hour. Now we have been told the total distance and we are asked to find this distance. To find the distance, we have to use the speed, distance and time formula. What is the formula to find distance? It will be speed into time. So we are going to find the distance. So we don't know what the distance is, but we know what the speed is. The speed is 18 kilometers per hour. Now what else do we need to know? We need to know the time. We know that the time is 8 hours for this whole journey. Now this part we don't know how much it is. So this part, let's consider that to be x. If this is x, What will this part be? Because the total is 8 hours, and if this is x, this will be 8 minus x. So this will be 8 minus x. So now to find distance, we can say speed into time, which is speed into x. So instead of time here, we can say x. Now we need to find this distance. This is what we have to find. So for that, if we add up this distance and this distance, it will give us 136 kilometers. Okay, so for that, let's write our formulas, our steps properly. Since we have speed here 15 kilometers and again speed here, we're going to write this as speed 1 and this as speed 2. So speed 1, so that is S1 is equal to 15 kilometers per hour, and speed 2 will be S2, which is 18 kilometers per hour. Similarly, time also, let's write it as time 1, which is 8 minus x hours. This whole thing is the time, and here time 2 is x hours. So now what are we going to do? We are going to add up this distance and this distance, and that will give us 136 kilometers. And from that we can get the time for this part. Okay, that is x. So how are we going to do it? So 136 kilometers is the total distance. So what is the formula for distance? To find distance, the formula is speed into time. So what is the speed here? Speed 1 here, speed 1 is 15 kilometers per hour. So let's write that. Speed 1 into time 1 plus speed 2 into time 2. When we add up both these, we will get the total distance covered, which is 136 kilometers. Now let's substitute. So here we have 136 is equal to, how much is speed 1? Speed 1 is 15 kilometers per hour. So let's write 15 into, what is time 1? Time 1 is 8 minus x hours into 8 minus x plus speed 2. What is speed 2? 18 kilometers per hour. So let's write 18 into, what is time 2? Time 2 is x hours into x. Now we just have to simplify this. So 136 remains here. Now here 15 into 8. 15 into 8 is 120, and 15 into minus x is minus 15x. So here what do we have? 18 into x is 18x. Let's simplify this further. 136 is equal to 120. Now here we have minus 15 plus 18 with like terms. So we can simplify this. So that becomes plus 3x. So 136. Now I'm going to move this 120 to this side. It becomes minus 120, and that is equal to 3x. So 136 minus 120 is 16. 16 is equal to 3x. So what is the value of x? X will be equal to 16 by 3. This is the value of x. And what is x? X is the time. Here we said this is the time here, isn't it? So x also we have found here. The time is 16 by 3 hours. Now we can find this distance. How can we find this distance? By using the formula distance is speed into time. So here we have distance is speed into time. Now let's write the speed. The speed is speed 2, which is 18 kilometers per hour, and time is what we just found out, 16 by 3. Now let's simplify this. So here 3 6's are 18. Now we have to just multiply 6 into 16. 16 into 6 is 96. So we have found the distance. The distance is 96 kilometers. So for this part of the journey is 96 kilometers. Question 17. The difference of two numbers is 3 and the difference of their squares is 69. Find the numbers. So let's consider the two numbers now to be x and y. They are two numbers, so we need to have two different letters. Unknown, since they are unknown. Let the two numbers be x and y. Now we are told that the difference of the two numbers is 3, that is 3. Difference of the two numbers is 3. So let's make equation 1, x minus y is equal to 3. So let's keep this as equation 1. Then we are also told that the difference of their squares is also given. It's 69. That means if I take x, this will be x square, and the second one is y, so y square, that will be 69. So this is equation 2. So we have made two equations here. So one is the difference of two numbers is equal to 3 and the difference of their squares is equal to 69. Now we are going to solve the first equation for x. So we're going to take the first equation and we're going to solve it for x. That is x minus y is equal to 3. We are going to find the value of x. So x we will say is equal to y plus, it's not y, it's 3 plus y, because we are moving this y minus y to the other side. It's become plus y. So this is the value of x. X is 3 plus y. So what did we do? We took the first equation and we solved for x. So we found the value of x. X is 3 plus y. Now what are we going to do? We are going to substitute for x in the second equation. So what is the second equation? The second equation is x square minus y square is equal to 69. So here, wherever you have x, we are going to substitute because we know the value of x. X is 3 plus y. So wherever we have x, we are going to write 3 plus y. So let's write that. So here, instead of x, I'm going to write 3 plus y and the whole square minus y square is equal to 69. Now look at this, 3 plus y the whole square. This has now become an algebraic identity. We can take this as a plus b the whole square. And we know how to write. Now if I have a plus b the whole square, how do I write the identity? This becomes a square plus b square plus 2ab. So here a is going to be 3 and b is going to be y. So a is 3 and b is y, and we're going to do this. We're going to do this algebraic identity. So we're going to start by saying a square. Now a is 3. So a square will be 3 square. Then we are going to say b square is y. So that is plus y square. And then we're going to say plus 2ab. So 2 into, so this is 2 into a. What is a? A is 3 and b is 2 into a into b, which is y. So what have we done? We have only expanded this part. 3 plus y the whole square, we took the identity a plus b the whole square. So we have only done this part. Now we have to add this part to it. So let's write the rest. So the minus y square is equal to 69. Now let's simplify this. So here 3 square means 3 3s are 9 plus y square plus here 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into y is 6y plus 6y, and we have minus y square left is equal to 69. Now if you look carefully, here we have plus y square and minus y square which gets cancelled. So these two get cancelled, and here we just have 9 plus 6y is equal to 69. That means 6y is equal to 69 minus 9. 69 minus 9 is 60. So if 6y is equal to 60, y will be equal to 60 divided by 6. So 6 ones are 6, 6 tens are 60. So y is equal to 10. So we have found the answer for y. We know y is equal to 10. Now to find x, we can use any one of these equations, equation 1 or equation 2, and we can get the value of x. So let's take equation 1. So x minus y is equal to 3. So let's substitute here and write x minus y is 10. We just found out is equal to 3. So now we can find the value of x. X is equal to 3 plus 10. And x is equal to 3 plus 10, that is 13. So now we have found both the numbers. X is 13 and y is 10. So we've got the numbers x and y. Remember the beginning we said let the two numbers be x and y. So we found x to be 13 and we found y to be 10. So the two numbers are 13 and 10. Question 18. Two consecutive natural numbers are such that 1/4 of the smaller exceeds 1/5 of the greater by 1. Find the numbers. Okay. So let's consider the two consecutive natural numbers to be x, and consecutive means the one that comes next to it, so it will be x plus 1. So these are the two numbers, and here it says 1/4 of the smaller one. So 1/4 of the smaller means the smaller number is x, 1/4 is 1 by 4 of x, which is x by 4. And then you're talking about 1/5 of the greater. So what is 1/5 of the greater? That will be 1 by 5 into the greater number, which is x plus 1. So this is 1 into x plus 1 is x plus 1 by 5. So we have 1/4 of the smaller and 1/5 of the greater. According to the statement, 1/4 of the smaller exceeds 1/5 of the greater by 1. That means if I take the smaller one, which is x by 4, this will be equal to 1/5 of the greater number plus 1. So now let's solve for x. So let's bring all the x terms to the side. So this will become x by 4. Now I'm going to transpose this whole thing to the side, so it becomes minus x plus 1 by 5. This is equal to 1. So this, as you can see, is subtraction of fractions. We have to find the LCM. The LCM of 4 and 5 is 20. The LCM of 4 and 5 is 20. Let's take the first fraction, 4 into 5. So x into 5 will be 5x. And here minus, now here we have 5 into 4. So multiply this whole thing by 4. So we have 4 into x plus 1. And all this will be equal to 1. So let's simplify this. 5x, now minus 4 into x is minus 4x, minus 4 into 1 is minus 4 by 20, which is equal to 1. So let's continue this on the side. So here we have 5x minus 4x, which is 1x or x. So let's write that. So that means x minus 4 by 20 is equal to 1. Now we can transpose 20 to the other side. It becomes multiplication. X minus 4 is 20. 1 into 20 is 20. Now let's find the value of x. X is equal to 20 plus 4 because I've transposed minus 4 to the other side. So x is equal to 24. So we have found one number x. So x is equal to 24, that is one number, and the other number, consecutive numbers, x plus 1. So this is 24 plus 1, which is 25. So we have found both our numbers. Our answers are 24 and 25. We will stop with that for now, children. In our next video, we will continue with the remaining questions. Thank you, children.